Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the new Mokwheel Tor Plus e-bike. Now this thing is meaty. This thing is amazing. And I did get the green color because I think it just looks really, really nice. Now we're going to talk about all the features of this bike. We're going to talk about specs. We're even going to take it for a ride off-road. We're going to do some hills. We're going to do all that in today's video. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about this motor. The Mokwheel uses a 750 watt silent brushless motor, which provides amazing power and torque. Guys, this bike is capable of carrying 400 pounds through rough roads and hills. And we're going to go ahead and test this bike on both hills and rough roads in today's video a little bit later. Now let's talk about the battery real quick. So there's a couple ways to charge the battery here. What I like about this bike is you don't need to remove the battery. If you don't want to charge it, you simply plug it right into here. But if you do want to remove the battery, maybe for security reasons, or you want to bring it in the house and charge it, there's a little key release on the other side, and it will just pop right out, as you can see, and you can turn the knob and actually remove it completely. So that is a really, really nice feature of this bike, and I'll show you the key on the other side in just a little bit. Now, to talk about the specs of the battery, it's actually a 48 volt battery. Guys, this battery right here only takes about 5 or 6 hours for a full charge, and it will get you 35 to 55 miles depending on if you're doing pedal assist or not, which I think is absolutely amazing on a big, huge bike like this. This bike will actually support about 400 pounds, so you could probably, in most cases, have 2 people on here. We're going to talk about that accessory as well that you can add to a great bike like this. Now, really quickly, I want to show you this display. This is an absolutely incredible display. Now, I have this in direct sunlight, and you can still see it really, really bright. And you just press a button right under here to turn it on, and that turns the bike on. Of course, you do need the key to be on, and again, there's that key I was talking about right there. Now, as far as the display goes, you can see the top, there's an energy bar, and then you got your speed, and then you have your pedal assist, the PAS. Now, you can actually adjust that right here up to 5 speeds. So this is just going to blaze at 25, 30 miles an hour, no problem. Uphill is probably about 15, but we're going to test all of that straight throttle, which is right here. We'll talk about that in a second. And then we're also going to go up with pedal assist, see how we can do. And you also have your odometer here. So you've got lots of different options on this bike, and a really, really nice, huge display. Just to put it in perspective of my hand size, it's one of the biggest ones I've seen. It is backlit. So again, I'm in direct sunlight and you can see it just fine. All right, so let's really quickly talk about the throttle. So there's a few different options on e-bikes, and this is really, really important. And I want to make sure that everybody understands this. When you are looking for an accelerator, again, it's right here, this right here. Now let me turn this off so it doesn't just take off on me. And we'll just go ahead and remove that down to 0. That way, when I turn this, it doesn't just take off, because it will. You don't even need a pedal. This is simply a throttle. Now, the 3 different choices you have typically with e-bikes is you've got a little plastic piece that you would use your thumb and you'd press down to accelerate. Sometimes with those plastic pieces, they break. And so the higher end bikes like the Mokwheel here will have a throttle. Now, some e-bikes uses a full throttle. This one uses a half throttle, and the reason why this is so important, because think about it. Let's say you had a full throttle, like an old motorcycle. The problem is there's a chance that you could actually hit a bump, slip, and accelerate out and possibly crash, which is not good. Second thing, you're going on long rides, and you've got a full throttle. Imagine having to rotate all the way down every single time, and how hard that would be. With this, you can hold on here and just use your fingers, just like that, to accelerate. Really cool feature. They really thought this one out. Not all companies do. So for this, I give it a huge thumbs up. Bonus is the half throttle accelerator right there. And that leads me to the gear shifter. Now this uses the Shimano gear shift. Now this is very common. It's a 7-speed, and it's very common with e-bikes. You're going to find this on almost any e-bike out there on the market, at least any decent one in the $1,000 up range. You're going to get the Shimano gear shifter. Now, it works really, really good, and so that's why they know it works, and they use the same thing with the derailleur down below. It's all Shimano, and it's good that they do that. Very smart. And I just wanted to share another feature of this bike here. Now, not all e-bikes have some of these features I'm sharing, so I want to make sure you get a full in-depth review of this bike. One great feature that I noticed this bike has that a lot don't are adjustable shocks. Now, this is pretty impressive shock system right here. When you're looking at e-bikes, look at their front frame and see if they actually have adjustable shocks. Now, the reason why this is so important is because it will prolong the life and performance of your tires, but in addition to that, it's a much, much smoother ride. Now, this particular bike also has the big fat tires. These are meaty, meaty tires. I wish you can get a close-up look. I'll try to put a close-up in the video during edit, because these are thick, thick tires, which is great, because when you have meaty tires like this, you're not going to feel those bumps in the road. In addition to that, you could go off-roading, say in snow or sand or rocks, you barely feel it, which is really, really nice. Now, one of my favorite features of this bike also is the 48-volt headlamp. Now, this is going to really provide a lot of light when you are riding at night. So if you are somebody that rides at night, this is something to think about. Not a lot of e-bike headlights are this bright. I mean, it is a big, serious headlight, which leads me to the back right here. It also has a bright tail light. Now, what's cool about this tail light right here, not only is it a great design, but at night it really illuminates even more than it is right now. But when you hit the brakes, it actually notifies those behind you by dimming slightly, so they know that you are turning. Really cool feature that not many bikes have. All right, so those are some of the close-up features I wanted to share with you on this bike here, but there are some extras that come standard on this bike that you're not going to see on other bikes. These are typically upgrades on most e-bikes, and that can really add to the bottom line price of your bike when you're buying it. One of those features that this offers is an incredibly sturdy back rack. Now, these things can be taken for granted. People don't realize how convenient these are. You could add heavy bags to it, groceries, you could put a basket back here. And in a bike like this that can hold up to 400 pounds, you can even put another seat back here and carry another person, which is really, really cool. And these are all options, but this comes standard with that heavy-duty bike rack, which I think is a great add-on. A second feature that they added to this thing is this seat right here. Now, I'll get a close-up on this seat for you in just a minute, but I just wanted to share with you that it is an extra wide, super cushiony seat here. This is very comfortable. Not only will you not feel the bumps because of the shocks and the tires, but when you have a seat like this, it's even better. You can go on those long rides and not have to worry about it. 50, 55, 60 miles, and you wouldn't even feel it, which is huge for me. And finally, the fenders. This is an upgrade on most bikes. Actually, look at the bikes you're looking at and see if they include these fenders right here. Now, the reason why fenders are so important is because it'll actually protect your wheels and yourself from kicking up rocks, dirt, sand, all those things that could cause rusting and eventually wear down your bike. If you have fenders, it'll definitely help that. Now, guys, I just mentioned these extras because these are included in this bike, and there aren't very many bikes that do include all of those. Sometimes they're standard hard seats and you have to upgrade. No bike rack, that's another 100 or 200, sometimes more. Fenders, you're talking another $100. Guys, you start adding all that up and you're going to have a lower quality bike at a higher price, and I don't want you to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get out there. I'm going to test this out here in this field. This is a little bit muddy. It's a little bit thick. I want to do it because I want to show you how well it rides out there through those bumps. And then in addition to that, I'm going to take it out on the road and I'm going to test it on hills, both pedal assist and just straight throttle. And don't forget, stay to the end of the video because I'm going to share with you where you can get this bike at a significant discount. I was able to negotiate a really good price with that link, so make sure you do click that link again down in the description section of this video. But we'll talk about all that later. Let's get on the road, test this thing out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been on the highway, and in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right.
I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. I love e-bikes, as many of you know, many longtime subscribers. And I just wanted to share this one with you because it is on sale right now, and I was able to get an even lower price. This is all in the description section of this video. So if you don't know how to get to that description section, all you have to do, click the title right below the video, and it will open up all kinds of links, and I will have direct links to where you can get this at the lowest price you're going to find on the internet. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something today. And if you're new to our channel, please do us a favor. Make sure you do subscribe. We post videos just like this all the time on the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Bye.